One of the greatest things I've seen on TikTok, not TikTok, but the X the last couple of days was a guy that posted.
I was going to be like, oh my God, you went to TikTok.
He said, with all the demonstrations that are happening in Minneapolis on Monday, I wonder how many imaginary kids won't be able to go to daycare.
They're out of school till like February. They're out of school for like the rest of this month. You know that, right?
Just think all those imaginary kids are not going to be able to have
absolutely fucking ridiculous.
No, they're at remote learning, which you know what that means. Remember COVID, remote learning.
Yeah.
So they're at remote learning till like.
I bet Amy Acton knows all about it.
Tell me about it. But till the mid-February. And yet I saw photographs, as you guys probably have. These kids are now with their teachers, I guess, or their parents. They're now, what do you think they're doing in Minnesota? Protesting. Yeah.
Protesting. Exactly.
So that's why they let these. I'm sure most of the teachers are like, look, I've got to go protest. I can't come to school today. So they're like, fuck it. We're going remote. Right. And your tax, well, not my tax dollars, but they get federal tax dollars. So, yeah, kind of.
It is our tax dollars.
So my tax dollars are supporting a bunch. I got to ask you. I mean, listen, if you're from Minnesota, forgive me for a moment, just for a second, indulge me. And I know the state was close. It was like, what was it? It was a couple of thousand votes, or it was a close election for Trump both times. But what is with that state, man? I mean, seriously, what is with that state?
I don't think Minnesota went for Trump.
No, they lost, but it was close. It wasn't like a blowout. It wasn't like California. Yeah. Right. So my question is, I mean, isn't it kind of the Midwest, or is it not the Midwest? Is it just so cold nobody wants to go there?
I don't know. I was talking to a guy the other day who used to live in Minnesota, and he was talking about. I mean, it's Minneapolis, it's St. Paul, it's the Twin Cities, but much of Minnesota is rural country. And he said once you get out of the cities. He says there's a lot of conservative folk in Minnesota.
It's like that everywhere.
But though. it's so heavily dominated by what goes on in Minneapolis.
Jeez, what's with these
that's
people?
The epicenter of everything crazy and nutty and fucked up that goes on there. Like this, the gal that ran over the dude, the ice. And look, I got some blowback on this the very first night I was on the radio talking about. And essentially all I was doing was I was just narrating the video, talking about exactly what happened.
You saw, what
in the
you
video.
saw, as you saw it, right?
And I got like 4 calls in a row, people trying to tell me that I was wrong.
Uh-huh.
And I said, "Are you looking?"
I
said, "I'm looking at the video right now, and I'm telling you exactly what's happening."
Nice.
Oh, well, you're looking at the wrong angle. You're not looking at it right.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. And I said, "Are you looking at the video?" No, I'm not. And they weren't. So I understand this whole notion of how 2 different people can look at the same thing and see something different.
Sure.
But when you see multiple, and here's the other thing. I mean, how many times have we talked about police body cam video, surveillance cam video, dash cam video, stuff like that? Many, many times, because of how narrowly focused that video is, it leaves a lot of stuff that's out of context.
Correct.
Now this situation that happened,
it's like a fisheye lens.
Yeah.
You're only seeing this.
And so the situation that happened with the gal trying to run down the ICE agent in Minneapolis this past week, there's stuff that is out of context there. But the key elements of what took place there are pretty well in focus. Mm-hmm. I think you can discern pretty clearly in this case, and you have to judge these things on a case-by-case basis. And in this case, I think there really is plenty of evidence to suggest that this woman tried to run this guy down. I really don't know how you can see it any other way.
There's no question. To take his. I thought the most damning thing that came out was his body cam.
Absolutely.
Which shows what he was seeing, and then you couple that with the fact that what her wife was telling her, drive, right? He actually got hit by the car. He actually was hit, and
that moment of impact is pretty serious. If you listen to the audio.
Well, he went to the hospital.
It is very.
He did go to the hospital. People were like, "Oh yeah, sure, he was hurt." But he went to the hospital. I've seen there was a post by a stuntman who said, "Hey, for all you people that say getting hit at 3 miles an hour is no big deal, he goes, I'm a stuntman. I've been hit by cars going 3 miles an hour multiple times. I've broken bones. I've been in the hospital. He goes, it hurts. So, I love how these experts now, but look, I don't even bother anymore because you are being, I guess what I get so frustrated about this, and they're lying. And it's hard to argue with a lie because they're never wrong. They are flat out lying. She was not just a mom. She was not just by chance driving through that neighborhood. All these narratives that have come out. I love how Dan's scrolling. I love how they're posting the picture when she was normal. I love the fact that, we're going to a however many year old picture of her standing on the beach. That's the photograph they remember by.
We have many. We have many pictures.
Not the whacked out, crazed, I'm a lunatic picture.
I mean, this woman had a severe case of Trump derangement syndrome.
Well, she had a severe case.
And you can see when you put the pictures up side by side, which I believe we have.
But we're gonna show.
I know you want to show the video.
We'll
first.
show the footage first, and then we'll tiptoe into.
And a disclaimer.
Set this
here.
up, Keith.
So this is actual body cam that I'm assuming most everybody in America has seen already, but we're a little bit late to the game. But
This came out Friday afternoon.
But we're showing it on our platform, and I hadn't seen it until yesterday.
Now, this is his body cam, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's just make sure we're clear.
Yes. This is the shooting ICE agent's body cam.
I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking president. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Not go lunch, big boy.
Get out of the fucking car.
Better bring a lunch.
Get out of the car.
Whoa!
So I have things to say about this, and
Can I say something before you get into it, just for a
Sure.
second? Because I think I want to say it for all of us here. Maybe I know I'm not speaking out of turn, but
I presume to speak for me.
I am going to say it.
Wow.
Nobody here in this threesome is happy this poor woman died.
thruple.
Nobody here is. I just want to make sure we get this straight before some imbecile in the comments goes a different direction. But nobody here is pleased or happy or whatever, takes any joy in the fact that someone lost their life. Am I correct?
You are correct.
Okay, so
You're
let's just
correct.
get that up front, out of the way before anybody's words are misconstrued by some people in the crowd that can't seem to listen. So I just want to make sure. I'll say it again. No one in this audience that is on this show is happy, pleased, or takes any pleasure in the fact that this person lost their life. What we're trying to do is make sure that as we see it, we're explaining and giving our opinion on what caused this to happen. So go.
Yeah. So what fucking irritates me is all of the rhetoric that's going around it, and you see, like, I mean, she was a poet. She was a nice lady.
Fucking poet.
She had kids. She chose.
Like
She
saying,
chose. She was in control of that motor vehicle.
Yep.
And she chose to put it in reverse.
Yep.
While her wife was trying to get in.
Great point.
Trying to get in.
Great point.
And then throws it in drive.
Right.
While there is an ICE officer in front of her vehicle.
Not off to the side. We're going to show that, but
In front.
directly in front.
And where these people were like, oh, everyone was grabbing onto the other officer that was on the side of the car. I think that's where a big disconnect is where the first video that came out, you only saw the one grabbing her door handle, telling her to get out.
Right. You couldn't see the other guy. You
And
could
then-
not see it.
And then there was like a split second of video where you could see an officer right in front. When she hits the fucking gas,
Yep. on an ice-covered street.
I don't give a fuck whether it's ice or whether
No.
it's
My
not.
point is, people are like, the car didn't really look. It was an ice-covered street. All he heard was the engine revving.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
And the car coming towards him.
She
my point.
she made a direct
Beeline.
action to go forward.
Correct.
Toward him.
Mhm.
And what did he do? He had his hand because he saw his buddy, his partner, going up to the door. So that's normal. I'm not a cop, but I know enough cops where he's just making sure everything's good. As soon as it started coming, he drew his weapon and he fired the fucking shot. So all of these motherfuckers, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna get really, really passionate about it because there's a lot of stuff in our local Facebook pages that these asshats just need to just take a seat and just actually break some video down. That guy was in fear for his fucking life. You saw the video there. We hadn't seen it before until yesterday. Hadn't seen the body cam. He actually did get kind of pushed.
No,
now,
he got hit. No, he did. Yes.
I'm going to throw a little bit of grace where the leftist will be like, well, Trump said he almost got run over and he almost lost his life. I don't believe that. I don't agree with that. But he got hit. And then the mayor of Minnesota says, well, I mean, it's almost like getting hit by a refrigerator door.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that interview
or
or that press conference. He was like, oh, it's like getting hit by a refrigerator door. I've seen people get hurt worse. He walked away, blah, blah, blah. He got hit by a motor vehicle. That is a weapon. And shit, where's it at? But I'm really, really fucking pissed off in the fact that these people are touting her to be this
a mom. She's
Yeah.
just a mom. She wasn't an activist. She was on her way home from school. Okay, which is technically
No, she wasn't on her way home from school.
No. They had dropped the kids off, or the
Yeah,
child,
I
the
have
one,
kids
the one
at school.
child.
I
Right,
have kids
right,
at school is what the other wife said.
And-
I have kids at school. I have a 6-year-old
Right,
in school
right.
right now. No, guess what? Why are you out at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning
Well, because they were members of that.
blocking the fucking road and you were tracking the fucking ICE members?
What was that called?
Renee-
The anti-ice thing. What's that called again?
Renee Nicole Good, the mom who was killed by a federal agent after veering her car towards him, was an anti-ICE
Tracker
warrior.
Yeah, warrior.
part of a group of activists who worked to document and resist the federal immigration crackdown in Minnesota. Good moved to the city last year. This is and I'm reading to you from the New York Post. Good moved to the city last year, linked up with an anti-ICE activist through her 6-year-old son's woke charter school. The school, Andrew boasts, that it puts social justice first and prioritizes involving kids in political and social activism. This is a woman with a 6-year-old kid. When you're 6 years old, what are you in first grade? How many parents want to take their first grade kid to a school that prioritizes involving kids in political and social activism? She was a warrior. She died doing what was right. A mother named Lisa, whose child attends the same school. So she was known at the school for what? For her activism. Another mother at the school, interviewed by a reporter, said she was a warrior.
She was a mom. Just a mom.
I know she was doing the right thing. I watched the video plenty of times, but I also know in my heart, the woman said she was doing everything right. Everything right according to what? According to her training for the anti-ICE organization that she was affiliated with. Good and her wife, Rebecca, were raising the boy together in the mostly working class, activist-heavy neighborhood in South Minneapolis, which features tree-lined streets, much like the street that Pappas lives on, and a large number of homes with windows decked out with LGBTQ plus flags.
Except for the flags.
And the signs, much like Pappas has in his front yard, depicting George Floyd.
So let me.
So the thing is, the narrative that she was just a mother, might have been confused, just dropping her son off at school, trying to go about her day is complete bullshit.
Well, no, exactly. She was blocking the fucking road.
Yes.
She was blocking the road because the ice was coming down, and they decided to do that. The other wife, I mean, I don't know, wife one, wife two.
How
I
do
mean,
you say that?
Yeah, how do we do it? Wife one,
I
wife
just want
two.
to be correct here. So
we have driver wife and passenger wife. We'll call it that.
okay, that's better.
So passenger wife is out videoing
Yes.
while a car is perpendicular to the fucking roadway.
Because she wanted to be famous on TikTok.
Correct.
Right. She was documenting the obstruction of ICE so that they could be probably paid. Because I don't know if they have to document it.
And it's amazing to me that with driver wife actually didn't even give a shit about passenger wife because she threw that shit in fucking reverse. The passenger wife was trying to get in, like, hold on. If she'd have gotten in, guess what? Now you're an accessory. Even more so. If you'd have been in a vehicle, it's probably better she didn't get in a vehicle. But did you see her trying to get into the car?
I did see her trying to get in the car.
So, I mean, what are we doing?
But that video we just played, in the first part of that video,
the dog is okay. Wait, we're gonna ask. The dog is okay. Yes, the dog's fine.
Yeah,
that video we just played. You see
the dog
her
is all I give a fuck about with these fucking asshats.
The early seconds of that video, where she is conversing with the ICE agent,
right,
and she's being flippant. She's being, this is not someone who
just a moment.
Hey, I'm in the wrong place here. I don't know what's going on. There's none of that going on. She's being smart. I mean, and I'm not saying she's in the wrong. She can speak to an ICE agent, a federal agent, any way she chooses. But if you look at the body language, you look at the way
it does show
shows a certain level of comfort
and intent
in talking to this person
right.
who's obviously armed.
Felony. I've got a.
She didn't have any problem with it.
I've got a pic of what you sent. So thank you for saying that.
So I mean, look at cut to the chase a little bit.
Let me put this up here on the screen.
Let's go through the pictures we have.
Well, I'm going to put this up on the screen, and this is where. Let me find it. There it is. This bill was signed into law by Governor Tim Walz on July 23rd, 2020. If a driver accelerates toward an officer standing in front of a vehicle, this creates an immediate life-threatening danger. The officer does not need to wait until impact. They can act based on their intent of proximity.
I mean, we've seen that countless times, assault with a deadly weapon.
And right there, if you don't like it, Minnesota statute 609.066. So it's there.
This is documented. I don't understand. So look, where we're at now, and I'll be
these fucktards don't look at that though.
I understand they don't want to look at it. It doesn't fit the narrative. What pisses me off, yes, she's dead, blah, 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 whatever. And that sounds callous. What I'm not going to tolerate is her being made. I see pictures now of her with wings on her back.
Oh,
they're setting up, a shrine where she was murdered. I think you have a picture of
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Look at the before and after picture there.
Hold on. We're not there yet, Dan. So
He's got 1,000 tabs open, which is tough.
I have a lot of shit. But I know I have it in here somewhere.
What are you looking for?
The shrine?
Yeah.
Oh, the shrine. I haven't seen that.
Because Felony Melanie just texted me and sent me that picture.
Sacred ground or some shit like that.
Yeah, I know I have it here somewhere.
I mean,
that's all right. Keep talking.
So show the before and after. I want to show you what happens. What happens to somebody? Yeah, show that
Let's
one.
Go here.
So I just want to show the picture on the left. Our left, you're right. You can figure it out. But the picture on the left is her going nutsoid. Okay, and then the picture is after TDS really sets in. So I want you to see what happens to a normal-ish female when they're just eaten up with liberalism, because I've seen it before. So I mean,
it's a terrible thing.
I mean, well, also you got Gifford or Griffin. What's the
if you scroll down, there right below it is some other examples of TDS run wild.
Right.
But look at this woman. On the left there, I mean, she looks healthy. She looks happy. It looks like she's in a setting there where an area where she looks very fulfilled and happy. And then on the right, I mean, the hairstyle's completely changed. I mean, look at the
hairstyle.
The craziness in the eyes is coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know what that look is on her face is meant to convey. But if you take a look at some of the more well-known individuals who've been afflicted with Trump derangement
look what
syndrome.
it does. It
You
eats
see the
up.
difference.
Look at all that. Look what hate does.
You got what's the gal on the top? Kathy
Gifford?
is
Griffin?
Kathy Griffin.
Griffin, yeah. You see,
Rosie O'Fattle. O'Donnell.
I thought that was Keith Olbermann. I'm sorry. It's not Keith Olbermann.
I mean,
And
look what happened to Rosie O'Donnell.
And then
I mean, for God's sake, and they got Ellen DeGeneres there. On the
and then
bottom.
Ellen DeGeneres just looks.
She's like, I'm living my best life. Just give me a pack of Pall Malls.
Their
I'll be
hatred
fine.
of Trump has
Damn,
literally
she's-
ate them up. It's like did you ever see Lord of the Rings?
She
and
looks
Gollum?
like Gollum.
I mean,
I was
what
gonna
did
say.
Gollum look
She's-
like before he got
Fucking looks just
obsessed with the ring?
Like,
and
no,
look
it
what
looks
it did
just
to
like
him.
Ellen DeGeneres has turned into Gollum.
Well, I
for
mean,
God's
all
sakes.
of them. I mean,
precious.
you let this. I mean, you gotta let this stuff go, man.
But-
It's a horrible
But
thing.
the problem is here. Listen, we do have a problem, and I think, and I'm gonna just say it. There's a lot of. I mean, I've seen the protests. I've seen these gatherings, and I'm just like, this is your hero. I mean, this is who you're gonna rally around. I mean, she has a police record. I've seen it. I just posted it. And at the end of the day,
Yeah, didn't her wife get accused of putting
Burnt- yeah.
cigarette butts out?
let me tell you
out on
something.
kids?
I know I have a friend. I don't want to get too personal here, but in child custody, courts usually are very, very, very restraint, show a lot of restraint to take the children away from the mother. Moms usually at least want to have at least co-custody, or usually the mother gets primary custody and the husband, just because of the inherent biological nature of being a mom. Okay.
It's called
Two-
life. Called life.
Yes, 2 of her 3 children were taken away from her. There are allegations that child abuse was taking place. I don't know if it was by her or her partner. I can't remember, but that they were abusing the children, and that's why they were her 2 previous children. You can search for yourself. I'm not making these allegations. I'm just repeating what I've heard. Okay, so let's be clear here. You can research that on your own. However, I will say, having a friend that went through something like this, he got custody of his 2 daughters because of there was some serious problems with the mom. And I will tell you that when you see that the court just flat out takes the kids away from you, it's usually indicative that there's a problem with you, a big problem.
There's
with
a reason.
There's a reason courts do that. So take what you want from that. It is what it is. But
And with that, like, research it. But I heard that was it Renee? Is that her name?
the one that's dead,
Yeah.
is Renee.
Renee. So I heard Renee's husband, when he passed, she wasn't even mentioned in the fucking obituary.
Probably not.
So
Well, I mean,
you can
went-
research that. I've seen it on a couple different platforms, but
I mean, every time I pull up my thing now, first of all, every time I see a different picture of her and she's full of kindness and wings, and this is all over my goddamn feed now.
here, hold on. This is a perfect example. This is the bullshit though. She made a bad choice. And like
She
we
did.
said, we don't want her dead.
We don't relish it. We don't
But
celebrate
she
it.
chose it. She made a bad choice. She fucked around and found out. Because if you go against the fucking cops or law enforcement of any type and they feel they're in jeopardy, they're gonna fucking kill you. Because that's what they're supposed to do. But you have these people. I gotta make sure I got the right one pulled up. You have these people, and this is what Felony sent me, but I had it pulled up. And this is part of the problem. The biggest part of the problem.
Women died here.
I mean,
Woman
was
did die here. A
murdered
woman
here,
was murdered
murdered
here
here.
in cold blood.
There's nobody
This is the
preventing a car from plowing through here.
Is that why the barrier's up? To
Yeah,
Yeah,
prevent
but
that?
the barriers
For
wouldn't
protection.
stop an SUV.
No, they're kind of symbolic.
Look at these barriers,
These people,
man.
man.
Some scooters here. A television,
Which is go into my rant.
bike,
them here?
tires, old
No.
refrigerator,
it looks like.
another one,
Another rant.
door, trash cans, and recycling. Same on this side here.
And I done been to the
Is that a
George
Segway?
Floyd riots.
Must have a
and
line
then
there.
I've been living here over it'll be going on 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And when I woke up yesterday and my neighbor came and got me, she was like, "Come outside, ICE is out there. They just killed somebody." I'm like, "What the heck?"
You see F ICE on the sign over there. ICE are terrorists here. Murdered by ICE here. ICE out of Minneapolis here.
I'm here to make sure Minneapolis doesn't burn to the ground this time. This isn't 2020.
What's it going to take for a sense of calm to come back to the city?
A sense of calm to people like doing what they're doing right now, sticking together, just like we did through the George Floyd riots.
Yeah.
Like, but one thing about Minnesota, we always stick together.
This is sacred ground.
Yeah.
So we always stick together, right?
Do you?
And you have a bunch of fucking what look like homeless fucking potheads, most likely. And I'm judging, and I'll eat it. I'll eat that. I'm judging the shit out of them right now. It's the middle of the day. Why aren't you fucking working?
There's no school, right?
Why are you not fucking working? Yeah, you're not a teacher. I know that because
maybe they're a daycare employee.
what the fuck is that bullshit? And the bullshit barricades. I mean, if you're going to build a barricade,
ask you a
let's
question.
just build a barricade.
Well, let me ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. If I'm trying to get here in your neighborhood here, and there's barricades across the street, what do you think that does to your property values? How do you think, if I saw a couple listings as I'm coming through here, I'm like, how is that affecting their property values? I'm like, Minnesota seems like a nice place to live. Not. And I'm like, let me go see the values of these houses. So who are they hurting really when they do shit like that? That's my point.
Right. You're hurting yourself.
You're hurting yourself.
You live there.
Last night, they attacked some of the hotels downtown.
Jill, and I hadn't seen it. I was at the
Oh.
firehouse last night, and Jill told me like it actually started to get
They got
little
Did
bit
they
violent.
bust the windows?
They
out?
busted the windows.
they?
They
I saw
spray
that,
painted
yeah.
the windows. They went in the lobby. They were barely held out. I think some of them made it to the roof of the hotel. They were shooting off, making noises, shooting off fireworks, trying to keep the ice age. They don't even know if ice agents were in there. And
why?
Because they wanted to, because they had heard they were in there. So I don't.
So
Go
let
ahead.
me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
Because I saw like there were security guards blocking a bunch of protesters from coming into a hotel
Right.
where ICE was.
Right.
It was documented they were there. What happens when you go in there? Are you going to go? You're going to go kill an ICE agent?
That's what they think.
Like, I mean, what are you doing? What is your plan?
Look, there is no plan.
Exactly.
That's what happens with mobs, though. You know that. You've been trained in this. Mob rule. What happens? Does anything good ever happen with mobs? No. It's not like mobs get together and
No,
paint
IQ
a
goes
mural.
from here to here.
right, because that's what happens in mob mentality. But hey, listen, here's my deal. I used to care. I don't care anymore. They want to trash Minnesota. Let them trash Minneapolis. Let them trash the whole state. Guess who doesn't care? I don't care because this isn't the first time. This will be the second time. And how many federal tax dollars were probably used to rebuild all the businesses that were damaged the last time?
Yeah.
So just leave it. Leave it. And I feel bad for the poor people because it's like 49-50 or for the percentages. And I feel bad for the percent of people that don't agree with this, but are stuck in Minnesota. Because I think right now you have a pretty big feeling of being stuck in Minnesota. You know what? If you want to stop it, stand up to these people. Go out and stop them. And I don't mean with force, but have a counter rally. Say, block them from coming in. Block them from making these barricades. Protect, circle and block them from destroying property. But, if you're going to sit at home and be afraid, I remember, who we haven't seen? And actually, I've heard a rumor. Have you guys heard the rumor about Tim Walz and his wife are kind of having problems because of the money that he
I heard
from
that
her?
before he even got
Before the fraud
got fucked up with the fraud. Yeah.
Okay. Guess who you haven't seen during all this? You haven't seen his wife, but the last time, remember, she said that the smell of burning tires was like she loved it. She was sitting outside and they could smell the burning tires.
She opened the windows in the house, so
nothing like burning rubber. I mean, unless whatever. But I mean, I haven't seen her, so I mean, maybe there's something to that rumor that we've heard or I've heard. But I don't care what happens.
I take that as a blessing that we've not seen her.
Turn the page. I don't know. I miss her. Remember during the thing, we got to turn the page.
I know you can't see everything like that. Andrew and I passed back and forth as far as articles beforehand, but I'm going to play this real quick.
A widow consistently participate in aggressive confrontations with law enforcement? Why did she feel emboldened to break the law in an endless theater of chaos? Swept up in the latest demonization narrative that eggs on illegal and stupid behavior. Don't blame ICE. She wasn't the target. They were. And it was believed by the people involved that it would be fine, that there would never be any consequences. It was all part of this mania that we've talked about that cuts across a whole bunch of issues, whether it's Trump, trans, BLM, Israel. The table is set with this manic hysteria where radicals believe that they gain leeway by branding the rest of us as an existential evil. You know what this made me think about? The Tide Pod Challenge. Do you remember that in 2017 when stupid teens were filming themselves eating Tide Pods and then they get poisoned? Do you know what Tide's response was? Use for washing, not eat.
Use for washing.
The point being, if you're going to eat Tide Pods, there's not much else we can do except tell you not to do it. The same here. We can tell you, don't break the law. Don't block traffic. Don't harass law enforcement every day and then flee the scene. But if you do, wow, you definitely share responsibility in that. Just like the teen who films himself eating a Tide Pod. So you can investigate the shooting. Have at it. But it never would have happened if the situation hadn't presented itself. And that is on the Democrats who willed it into being with rhetoric, the same kind of amplification of demonization that got Charlie Kirk killed and Donald Trump shot. But this is for different reasons. Their motivation is to gin up the activist base. They put targets on ICE. And then they blame ICE for defending themselves.
Absolutely.
Think about that. We can't play that game anymore.
Absolutely.
Greg Gutfeld is
110%.
so smart and has such a great way of putting things just in great perspective so you can see it plainly.
Thank you, Joe Billy 007 for sending me that.
So who do you blame more? I mean, I think I blame. Do you blame the governor or do you blame Tim Walz? I think I blame Tim Walz more, and then every other Democrat below him.
To be honest with you, I blame Tim Walz. I blame their fucking mayor.
Their mayor is
integral in what's happening because most of those residents do not have any interaction or care about what Tim Walz says. They listen to the mayor.
So
the mayor who wants to fucking sit there and cry.
He's a girly man
and act like he can be part of the Somali fucking culture.
Right, I saw that.
And say, get the fuck out,
Mr. Big Time.
Yeah, fuck you,
tough guy.
Fuck you.
But what I'm saying is, I think Tim Walz feels the walls of closing in on him because this fraud stuff.
That's what they used to say about Trump. Now,
what?
The walls are closing in.
Well, but Tim Walz is really I think he's at the heart of all this fraud.
Oh, he definitely is.
With the Somali daycare.
It's where it all started, and then now it's trickling down to where everybody else is having to deal with it.
Remember, he had to step back from running again for re-election, and now they're looking at
after Nick Shirley fucking called him out. Some 23-year-old, and I don't know if you saw. I watched him on Sean Ryan. It was amazing.
He's great.
He was absolutely amazing on Sean Ryan's show. But yeah, Nick Shirley, who actually started bringing this shit out. This is where it started. Now, I'm not blaming it on Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley brought some good information out like, hey guys.
And
we might need to look at this.
Right, and it was easy. And they're doing, where they're doing the same thing? You want to know where they're doing this exact same thing?
Columbus,
Ohio.
Which
our governor.
Have you seen some of the videos from there?
I
yes.
have.
Did you see? All right, so I don't have that video, but
do
you remember? You're a sports fan. You remember John Rocker from the Atlanta Braves?
Yeah, he's up there. He's running around Columbus.
I have
right now.
no idea why he is, but he was like he went up to a daycare with I don't know if it's a reporter or whoever it was, and he was like, "Hey man, I want to put my son LeBron in. I want to enroll my son LeBron." And they're like,
I saw that.
You get the fuck out. You get the fuck out. And they pushed him out. I don't know why John Rocker's here, but I love it. I mean, I'm here.
Yeah,
for
he's like a citizen journalist now. He's I guess he's got a podcast or he's doing his own thing. But no, John Rocker.
But the same thing is happening in Minneapolis is happening in Columbus, Ohio.
You know
exactly.
but what does that say? Let me ask you a question. Side note: what does that say about our quote unquote professional journalists? That it takes Nick Shirley or John Rocker? Would you say? Rocker?
Yeah, John Rocker. Yeah.
Or just John
mainstream media will not cover it.
To just say, hey, something stinks. It's not rocket science. Is my point? Isn't that the job
Well,
of a professional journalist that doesn't have an agenda to push?
it used to be.
Right?
It used to be. Not and you have three fucking idiots right here in
Hey,
this
speak for
studio
yourself.
that we throw shit out.
Dan's not.
I mean, granted, we're grabbing articles, but it's people that are out of mainstream that are actually willing to go do the work and try to find out shit. Mainstream media, they won't allow it because it's all corporate stuff.
I just,
So it's like, all right, hold on. You can't grab that article.
we have so much going on.
You gotta wait.
We have, so all this now has distracted us, I think, from some really important stuff that's going on, not only in the state of Ohio with some of these fraud allegations, also the state of Minnesota with rampant fraud allegations. Now everyone's oxygen is being sucked up by this. Oh my God, did she deserve to die? No, of course she didn't deserve to die, but whose fault was it? It wasn't her fault. It was her fault. It wasn't her. Okay,
It's
so we're going
actions.
back and forth.
Actions.
We're back and forth, and they're making her into some saint, which she's clearly not. But my point is that, man, there's a lot of crap going on in the world. The world, as we briefly discussed, and I'm not going to jump too far into this, but the world is about to change drastically. It's on the brink of the biggest change of our lifetime, and we're not even talking about it. You know what I'm talking about.
It's been going on for several days now. Some uprisings in the streets of Iran.
Got it right here.
I was talking to a buddy of mine who is spent a lot of time working undercover for the CIA in the Middle East. So he's got very good familiarity. Still has some very good contacts there with people who are in the know of what's happening. And he was telling me the other day he thinks something could be happening in the next 72 hours. So
can I play this video?
Sure, please go ahead.
I don't know if it's hopefully.
And I said, do you think this administration has some operatives over there who are helping to, quote, stir the pot? And he said he would not doubt that at all. But he said Israel is probably a pretty large player in that as well.
And from Iran tonight, the biggest protests there in decades, cars and government buildings set on fire. What Iran's supreme leader is now claiming tonight and what President Trump is now warning. Here's Martha Raddatz.
Tonight, violent protests intensifying across Iran as demonstrators risk death to defy a new warning from the supreme leader of an imminent crackdown. In the biggest anti-government demonstrations in years, crowds setting cars and government buildings on fire in Tehran.
It's like
and
Minnesota
other
a few
major
years
cities.
ago.
Looks like Minnesota, yeah.
Videos posted on social media show the violent escalation of the protests. Armed men seen opening fire in the street. Shocking video showing a man using a flamethrower against an officer.
I want one.
Some protesters chanting death to the Ayatollah, blasting the regime over Iran's failing economy and devastating inflation. The government cutting the internet in an attempt to stop people from organizing. Tonight in Tehran, Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei saying protesters are destroying their own country to just, quote, please the U.S. president. Late today, President Trump making clear he is siding with the protesters.
I tell the Iranian leaders, you better not start shooting because we'll start shooting too.
Dozens of protesters have been killed.
It took that out of context, by the way.
According to human rights groups. And David, tonight, President Trump saying his threat to Iran that we would start.
If he'd have watched that whole conference, press conference, or meeting, or whatever it was.
You're saying they edited the remarks of the president of the United States?
Weird.
No.
How about that?
So weird.
Wow. Never seen that before.
So strange.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Because he said, we're not necessarily saying boots on the ground. We're just going to hit him where it hurts.
Let me ask you a question.
But they cut that part out.
Of course they did. Let me ask you a question. We've seen the signs. I've seen the signs. I know you have. The people of Iran.
Are you ace of base? I saw the sign.
The people in Iran have signs that say they're naming streets Trump after Trump. I've seen them do that. They're saying make Iran great again. They're thanking Trump. They're asking Trump for help. I just want to ask you guys a question. Election didn't turn out the way we wanted it to. Kamala Harris is in office. What's going on in Iran right now?
Same thing that was happening in Iran when Joe Biden was in office.
Right,
They're sponsoring
nothing different.
Nothing.
Well, they're selling oil against the sanctions that are supposed to be in place, and they're sponsoring terrorism all across the world.
Do you think Donald Trump will get one bit of goddamn credit from the media or from anyone on the left or anyone that's trying to be remotely objective that this uprising in Iran is directly due to him being president of the United States right now?
Absolutely, and
no, absolutely not.
Well, I was thinking about the one other thing I was going to add about what would be going on is that the almost daily attacks from Hamas on innocent Israelis would be going on unabated on a daily basis.
The Middle East would be Israel, Gaza, Iran, everything would be such a total different. But yet, you ask your average, let's just say, and
I thought you asked if things would be different if Trump were
not in office.
If Trump were not in office,
right? Yeah, and they would be different, right? They would be.
Things would be very much different,
right? Yeah. But my point here.
Then I misheard your question.
That's okay. But my point here is
not shocked. This is my not shocked face.
But my point here is that this is just another example of if you ask an American just going about their lives, hey, are you are you happy with how things are? They're not going to give us a whole lot of thought because they don't give us a clue. They don't look at it. They don't do that critical thinking like that. And so you ask a lot of times, and I'm not trying to piss anybody off here, but
are you?
I got to be honest with you. I see these protests, and you mentioned something. You showed some video. You said it's funny how now we have to check when we see this video. Is this Minneapolis or Tehran? What are we looking at now?
Absolutely.
What are we looking at now, right?
You can roll video from the 2020 George Floyd and roll this video, and it looks very I was waiting for someone to pop up and say it's mostly peaceful.
We are going right now at 4:17 p.m. Wait till fucking 12 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, tonight, Saturday night.
When I turn Fox News on,
they're going to show Minneapolis.
It could be completely different.
You don't know where it is.
Exactly the same.
I don't know. I've got a little different view on that. I think some of the sizzle has come off that steak since that video came out.
Oh, with the body cam.
Yeah, I think that body cam video dispels a lot of this stuff. And if they can get this video out to the people who are out there demonstrating and protesting and just being absolute ass clowns about this.
Dan, no.
But let me
people that are protesting and organizing this shit. If you
they don't want to see that video.
They don't want to see it.
But the truth is out there.
I understand that, but look at the groups that have the pre-printed signs at all of these rallies and protests. What do they have in common?
Watch this. Watch this.
They hate America. I know. Laura Ingram.
Shame.
Do you have a job? Do you have a job?
Shame. Shame. I'm getting paid right now. Shame. 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 Shame.
Do you have a job? Do you have a job?
Shame. Shame. I'm getting paid right now.
Getting paid right now.
Getting paid right now.
Right.
So no.
Do you have a job?
No.
I disagrey with you. They're not going to stop
They're
because
never
they're
gonna stop.
still going.
Well, I mean, the paid protester is going to be out there, but I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any groundswell on this. I think,
there's not. You're right on that part. You're right on that part.
I don't think there's any genuine discontent over what there might have been some initially because of what was coming from the mayor, what was coming from the governor, what was coming from Ilhan Omar, and the murder word is being thrown around.
Murder, Gestapo, Nazis, the whole.
We're not allowed to
thing.
say retard. We're allowed to say murder.
You can say Gestapo, Nazis, murder. You can say anything you want, but you can't say retard.
Can't say
that's
that.
offensive. But no, my point is,
but that was the narrative that was getting out there. So these people buy it hook, line, and sinker.
Right.
Now that there's been a little bit of time for the truth to kind of effervesce from underneath. That I think people are seeing this. So I think that hardcore element of people who really want to be pissed off about this are realizing they don't have anything to be pissed off.
I
about.
agree with you. I will only warn you, or my only caveat is this: every time I see a protest lately or in the last 2 days, and there's pre-printed signs at the bottom of every sign, I encourage you to look. What does it say? Either socialist or communist group, something of blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So we have
paid for
by and they're not even paid for. They're advertising these socialist and communist groups, which actually in American history used to be kind of frowned upon. We're like, you know what? We might be liberal, but we're not a communist. Now it's like, after Mondami hey, I'm a liberal socialist. I like socialism's great. You know, it's cool, it's chic, it's in, it's vogue. Now we have socialists, we have the enemy within, and that's what I'm going to call them. Would you take an oath? Dan, you took an oath when you're in the military.
Yes.
What does part of that oath say?
All enemies, foreign and domestic.
So that recognizes that we have domestic enemies.
Absolutely.
Here. And I mean,
the forefathers knew that.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of people forget that. They're like, no, they're Americans just like you and I. No, we have Americans that are enemies of what you and I hold dear. And you better wake up and realize it. So my point, getting back, closing the circle, is we have a segment of society, a segment of our population. And I'm going to say that, you know, I think one of the more, when I look at these protests, I see what? I see a lot of older, white, liberal women. Okay? That's what I'm picking up on. I'm seeing a lot of beta males and a lot of white, liberal white women, because they don't give time to think. You know, they see Trump's mean, or Trump tweets mean, or says mean things, but they're like, what would
Orange
the
man
world,
bad.
Orange man
Orange
bad.
man bad, yeah.
What would the Middle East look like today if Orange Man wasn't there? What would Iran look like today if Orange Man wasn't there? Why don't you stop?
Iran would have a nuclear weapon.
Possibly. Probably.
I think they would.
Probably. Remember, we did bomb.
I mean, it was when
We
we took that facility out, it was pretty much the 11th hour at that time.
Correct.
I mean, they were, you know, according to some of the people I talked to and some of the stuff I read, they were, you know, days, if you know, weeks, if not days away from having that.
And if you don't think that they're fucking regrouping and getting their shit together, you're crazy.
Well, so
let's do
ahead.
a quick commercial break.
Let's do a commercial break,
and then we can get into some local stuff.
All right. Hi, everyone. Dan Carroll here. Time to tell you about a great new sponsor for the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. It's Murphy Engraving. Murphy Engraving is the place to go for your business, industrial, and personal engraving needs. Take a look at the Murphy Engraving page on Facebook, and you're going to see all kinds of unique items that really seem to take on a life of their own because they've been customized with an image, a name, or a logo, and all of it just really beautifully done. The acrylic sports awards that light up are especially creative and very cool. The customized bottles of bourbon, those are my personal favorite. And wait till you see what they can do with items that are made out of wood. The next time you want to recognize someone special or you're looking for that one-of-a-kind gift, you'll be glad you checked out Murphy Engraving. And a bonus, you're supporting a local family-owned business run by brothers Brian and Kevin, who is a lifetime firefighter and Air Force vet. At Murphy Engraving, they turn the ordinary into the extraordinary, and at Murphy Engraving, we are American-made. So tonight, as we do on all our podcasts, we are coming to you from Cincinnati. Cincinnati, which has a nickname also known as, Andrew, the
Queen City.
The Queen City.
I don't know.
You don't know Cincinnati is called the Queen
but I didn't
City?
know where you were going with this. I
Well,
know Sin City or
you know,
Cincinnati,
maybe get your nose out of your fucking phone.
I just, you know, we didn't cover this, so I'm sorry. I know it's the Queen City, blah 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 blah. Whatever.
I don't have any.
But we now live in a city that is going to be known as the city where you can come and you can engage in criminal activity, and there is a chance you're going to reap a financial windfall.
It's not very. That doesn't flow.
It doesn't. I mean, I'm working on.
I was just wondering. That's why I was wondering where you were going.
I'm working on sort of editing that down a little bit
because like you say the Queen City, and then you're adding like a whole lot of syllables.
I love it when mommy and daddy fight.
I mean, how is that gonna fit on a bumper sticker, a hat? Hell, not even a billboard. I mean, where are you going to put that?
But I mean, we got to, maybe we can streamline that a little bit.
So you're open to edits, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because it's such a new thing.
We're going to have Cincinnati. I like that one, Cincinnati.
But we have the Spectre now.
We do.
And we came to these microphones. On what was it? Was it May or June of last year when we had an 18-year-old kid.
May.
Was it May? It was May.
It was May.
And we were incensed because there was an 18-year-old kid who was bumping around northern Kentucky with his buddies, stealing vehicles. One of the stolen vehicles was located in a Cincinnati neighborhood. The police rolled up on these guys because they were, I guess, having a little siesta in the vehicle. When police got there, these young gentlemen woke up, jumped out of the vehicle, and started to run. One of the youngsters, 18 years old, Ryan Hinton,
Had a what?
had a weapon in his hand, a firearm.
A gun.
Police saw the firearm right away, yelled at him to drop the firearm, which he did. He dropped the gun. But as he continued to run away, he bent down and scooped the gun up once again. And at that point, turned towards police with the gun in his hand. Police opened fire, hit young Mr. Hinton, and he's dead. The next day, the police chief, the top leadership of the police, the city manager, they go to the family of this young man because we have a community in Cincinnati that loves to be outraged whenever a young black male is killed by Cincinnati police. And in an attempt to get information out to the public, they went to the father of this young man, the family of this young man. The father was there, and they showed the body cam video before it was released to the public, doing the family a favor. Showing compassion for the family. Very sorry that their family member made some bad choices, but wound up paying for those choices with his life. And in an attempt to foster some goodwill with the family, they showed the family this video. At which point, according to our friend Signal 99, the father stood up, took a swing at the police chief, which is a felony right there.
Should be.
And rather than arrest Mr. Hinton at that point in time, they let him leave the room, and he went out. Later that day, he drove up to the area of Cincinnati, the University of Cincinnati, where the commencement exercise was going on. Hamilton County Sheriff's Deputy, recently retired Larry Henderson, was doing some duty there as a retired Hamilton County Sheriff's Deputy to run the traffic light on the campus of the University of Cincinnati. Mr. Hinton had driven to that area, had identified this law enforcement officer in uniform, and decided to run his car into Deputy Henderson and killed him right there on the scene in cold blood.
The car was a deadly weapon.
Car was a deadly weapon.
Oh, that's remarkably similar to another.
That sounds familiar.
So the guy's a cop killer. He raised a son who hung out with individuals, and we're told that this kid just fell in with the wrong crowd. Really not who he was. Well, that's not true either.
Maybe the gun was stuck to his. Was it glued to his hand?
The kid was running around with other individuals who wanted to steal cars. This is not the first car they had stolen.
Right.
And then eventually pointed a gun at police.
Right.
I think that was a third, actually.
Now we have the specter of a city manager who has very quietly, and some would suggest, hiding her actions from members of city council to engage in a settlement with this family that could be in the millions of dollars.
And now, wait, the shooting was investigated and found to be justified.
Shooting was investigated by our new prosecutor,
who is
Connie
what?
Pillage,
A Democrat,
who is a left-wing liberal Democrat who just a few weeks ago saw fit to reach into Ohio's death row, investigated a homicide that happened back in the 1980s,
something like that.
A homicide that happened 30 years ago. So I guess it was the 90s. But a homicide, this guy's been on death row for 30 years. Convicted by a jury of his peers.
Oh, Elwood,
been through the appeals process, up and down the courts. Judge after judge, court after court has found this man guilty. The conviction was upheld. No problems with the trial. But our prosecutor, she and she alone, was able to divine that this man was not guilty because of the way she was able to examine and conjure up some new evidence. So this prosecutor who has, and this man is now free to go. He cannot be tried again, who freed this man from death row after being duly convicted, investigated this Cincinnati cop who
also we let
who
loose,
shot and killed young Hinton,
but then got a DUI fucking less than like 48 hours after he was out.
Elwood. Yeah.
He hit a fucking bowl.
He had a lot of drinking to make up for.
But she investigated this.
That toilet juice ain't great. Great.
And the reason I emphasize that point is to show you that this
So
is
the
a woman
point
who
is that the prosecutor is a liberal Democrat.
If there was any way in hell she could
could've-
bring charges against this police officer for shooting a young black man, she would do it.
Absolutely.
She could not find anything wrong with what this cop did.
So
Exonerated him completely cleared, but yet our city manager has seen fit to speak with the family, negotiate with the family. There's not even a lawsuit that anyone I know that is aware of.
No.
And she wants to
settle,
engage in a settlement that could wind up being millions of dollars to the family of one, a cop killer who is behind bars as we speak.
Right.
And then number two, a would-be cop killer who
dead.
Pointed his gun at a police officer, and had he got a round off, that could have very well killed a police officer.
Yeah.
She wants to pay millions of dollars from the Treasury into this family.
The same
It is-
administration here in Cincinnati that recently after
It
the
is
police-
beyond outrageous.
Recently after the police did their job during a riots, speaking of Rodney King, right? The riots.
We talked about that too.
We talked about that. Same administration
Talked
gave
about all this stuff.
millions of dollars to these people. So same administration, I might add, that just after within minutes of taking his oath of office, the mayor floated the idea of
tax increases,
raising taxes.
He said, we need to do it for public safety
and equity or something like that. So public safety.
Yeah, and housing for the housing for people who can't buy a house.
Meanwhile, he got hammered in the fact that we had what they call the brawl. It was
a mugging. It wasn't a brawl. It was a mugging. It was a public mugging.
But now all of a sudden, now he's concerned.
So
it's amazing.
Dan is expressing.
I am outraged by this.
Dan is expressing a lot of frustration here, and this is and you guys might say, if you're not from Cincinnati, well, what difference does this make? It makes a difference because what we're experiencing here in Cincinnati is not a whole lot different than we see on a national level when you have a mayor in Minneapolis who does stupid things.
He wants to talk shit.
Wants to talk shit.
Get ICE, get the fuck out.
Yeah, Mr. Tough Guy.
He is a spineless piece of shit.
What is the one thing Minneapolis
like
and Cincinnati have in
is.
common? What is the one thing they have? It's not the weather. I mean, especially not now.
Definitely
but
not the weather.
It's definitely not the weather.
Democrat mayor, Democrat city council.
mayors.
Democrat mayor, Democrat administration.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
like in Portland, Democrats run Portland, Oregon.
Shootings up in there.
Where we saw 2 illegals shot by ICE for running from ICE. Okay. Not only were they illegal criminals, I might add.
Tren de Argua.
Yes, illegal gang members.
Love
and
those
what
guys.
does the police chief do? Gets on and cries.
Oh, that's right. Fuck, I should have pulled that
That's
video.
all right.
God damn it.
I mean, it's all right. I'm sorry I didn't tell you about it. But
And then the mayor of Portland was asked to, and I guess they've got their troubles with Somalis, running scam daycares and healthcare centers and all the rest of it.
I mean, I'm in
and
wrong
the
business.
mayor was
Yeah.
asked if she was going to
We can
investigate
start one
that,
tomorrow.
and she flat out said no,
in this room.
no interest at all.
I will
looking into
3D
that.
print a sign. We have to come up with a kitschy daycare name. What can it be?
Oh, that's good. Oh, let's.
One more on the mat here. Get your kids out of here.
One more. No. One more and get your kids out of here.
One
There
more
you
and
go.
get your kids out.
There
of
you
here.
go. Daycare.
Did you see? And I didn't pull this video either. But
LLC.
yeah. Well, we got to figure out our
tax exempt status.
You got to do the limited liability.
We have enough to do to figure out the one more LLC. We got shit to work on. But did you see?
You can't see the kids; they're right down there.
Yeah,
they're
they're
just
here.
out of the shot.
Very
of the
small
camera.
children.
I didn't pull this video, but I was actually kind of impressed with the Chicago police chief where he was like, if you go against law enforcement, bad things are going to happen. And I was actually very shocked coming from Chicago to hear that. And I can the next podcast I can pull it up, but I mean,
we'll cover that.
But I was very shocked to see that, because I figured he would kowtow to what his constituents and then his bosses. But he was like, no, if you essentially you fuck around, you find out.
Well, it's Saturday night. Jason said, and I think he's really spot on here. Saturday night, Minneapolis. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens tonight, how this plays out. I hope Dan's right. I hope that the video, that people that may have been like, yeah, let's go, they were wrong, blah, 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 blah. I know what I heard. And then they're going to be like, wait a second. It doesn't match up with what I'm hearing. Maybe it'll take the sizzle off the steak, and, there'll be a few, hopefully. You know what pisses me off, though? And tell me if this pisses you off. So maybe you guys haven't noticed. I spend a fair amount of the day on social media. And
no, never noticed.
I just remember the day that you were in a cold sweat
when I was
because Facebook had gone down for a couple of hours.
That's not true. They blocked me. They took my account down. I mean, they blocked me. I was pissed.
Your Papa Speak is still blocked.
No, it's not. It's not blocked.
To go live, it is.
No, I think it's open.
No.
You just now?
Today.
As of today.
You were having withdrawals, man.
But
what do they call that when an alcoholic's having a seizure?
Get the shakes.
Having an episode.
The shakes.
Yeah.
No, but I mean,
he's relapsing. Oh my God, he's relapsing.
Yeah, it's very disrespectful. It's not true. But I mean, I'm like, I'm just where I hope that I go on these pages or I see these headlines, and if 12 scabies-ridden flea bags gather at the corner, the news says group protesting ICE and blah 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 blah, and it's like 12 people gathered together. And I'm like, man, the media just loves stirring the pot on this shit, and they don't say 12 homeless junkies are standing on the corner, not knowing what the hell they're doing there. Why should I'll put it this way? Like I told you guys before, and I'm sorry I'm repeating myself. We had a protest, not even a protest. We had a We Support Stu Schiller on 5 Mile Beach Mountain. We had 30 people there. Guess who didn't show up? The news. But I get 12 people, 5 of which are wearing those handmade, the ones that really pissed me off. The handmade, the red, the one. What's it called?
I've never Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale.
I've never seen that show.
All right, I haven't either. It's not on my reading list. Okay. And I don't think Jason's been to the play yet.
I know about it because these gals dress up
one.
in these costumes, and they've done it in D.C. They've done it at different state houses.
It's so funny because they show up with these, the
I don't know what it. I have no idea what it's supposed to mean. Though.
I do know what you're.
Right. So they stand up there, and then what happens? Then the news comes, and they perpetuate the stupidity. They reinforce these people. They're like, God, did you see me on the news? I was standing on a corner holding a sign I couldn't even fucking read. But look, Ma, I'm on TV. I'm somebody. So I just get pissed off. And I'm sorry. I don't know where we go from here.
It actually kind of goes here.
Is that what a lot of them get their jollies because they might have a couple of seconds on Local 12 or Fox 19 or something like that? Well, that's what gets it for them? Really?
Yeah.
How about that?
They're all garbage.
They are all garbage. I will say.
How about this?
Glad
Just
I don't feel that way.
as we tone it out, but how about this? Man with dementia mistakes slot machine for a vending machine and hits $1.2 million jackpot.
Holy shit.
While trying to get a Dr. Pepper.
Sad thing is he doesn't remember we're related.
He has.
You know what?
Hey, Dad.
There's no way that's true.
No, it's true.
Because look, the way slot machines are
I
today,
saw it on the internet.
You don't walk
true.
well. I guess.
How can it not? He put money in. He fucking wins.
Hits a button.
All right, I guess because
how can it not be true?
I mean, how much did he put How much money did he put in there? It's more like a 20 or a hundo or what?
I don't think it was a hundo.
I mean, it didn't give a whole lot of fucking direction.
I like the story. Don't shit on our parade.
All right.
It happened.
I'm just thinking that might be AI.
I think
it's a great story.
That's not fucking AI. It fucking happens all the time.
Did he hit it? Did he hit it on his first roll?
I don't know. You want all kinds of details.
I'm looking at the Dr.
God, are
Pepper button up
you're
there.
just Mr. Jaundice.
I'm just saying, 1 point something $1 million jackpot
He
on a
wants
slot
all
machine. is pretty
kinds
good.
of details, doesn't he?
Documentation. But hey, listen, when you guys are out surfing, if you're on social media and if you happen
Check out our buddy Zeke Arkham, man.
Check
Guys,
Zeke
great.
Arkham, guys, awesome.
Absolutely.
But also, if you see something like, I love going to these pages that show this lady as an angel, and I just share like her facts about her. So find a picture or find some go to these pages. You'll have so much fun, and you just post facts, not made up. Just find facts about Renee and just say, hey, listen, she wasn't just a mom. She was an activist that was breaking the law, and she'd be alive today. We don't, and then let's close on this note or one of my final notes.
Yeah, well, send it to Pappas. Don't send it to me because I won't read it.
But no, the biggest difference between liberals and conservatives, and I'm going to say radical liberals, the left, and you ladies know who I'm talking about. Between us and you, when this lady died, okay, when Renee got shot by the police officer, who pretty much have a lot of conservative friends and see a lot of stuff, I didn't see any gloating. I didn't see any celebration. I didn't see anybody saying, you know what? It's about time, blah, 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 blah. I didn't see any of that. I saw people placing blame, saying she'd be alive if she didn't do this. But I didn't see anyone celebrating her death. Let me ask you a question.
That is 100%.
Would you like to compare and contrast? What did we see ad nauseum when Charlie Kirk was assassinated in Utah?
We saw all kinds of libtards out there celebrating, jumping up and down, doing the thing,
doing the neck thing,
where they got, and then there were actually some t-shirts
with blood
that
all
had the
over
blood.
them.
It said freedom. He was wearing the white t-shirt.
And I'm
said
not
freedom
talking
across
now.
it. And they had blood on
You
it.
will see memes because I've got full disclosure. I've seen some funny memes about this. But they're in poor taste.
I've seen some,
and I have not
amazing
shared them.
memes. But
does that include the one where the gal said he's selling her Honda Pilot?
I did not see that one, but I will say
it said
this.
need some cleanup.
You guys are terrible. But here's what
I'm just repeating what I saw. I'm not
that's
saying I put it out
exactly.
But I'm not sharing
and
this.
I didn't laugh at it either.
And I didn't see anyone promoting this on social media like look at this, it's so funny she did. That's the difference between us. We are not the same. I wish that we were, but we are not the same. So let's just keep this in perspective here. It's a tragedy this lady died. I think that she brought it upon herself. I think the evidence will show that she brought it upon herself. If she had just listened to police and done, not engaged in this activity, she'd be alive today with her child and her wife. That's it. End of story. Okay. They are looking now at the calendar for some reason. I guess
I'm just saying I could Tuesday would be my best day next week or Friday.
We're trying to figure out
Tuesday or Friday next week.
Wednesday, we are having a petition signing at you guys are invited at Big Ash Brewing on Beachmont Avenue to seek petition.
I'll be working.
We'll be signing petitions for one Vivek Ramaswamy to be on the ballot here in Ohio.
Will Vivek be there?
Of course not.
Well,
why would Vivek come to that? He's kind of busy. Maybe you've heard. Guy's worth like
maybe you've heard.
Guy's worth like billions of dollars. I don't think he's going to come to a petition. So I would love if he showed up, but I'm not going to promise that he's there. But who is going to be there?
David Pepper?
No.
I'm
going to be there because
would you like to debate David Pepper?
No. I don't.
Why not? That would be fun.
I'm done. My patience level's at an all-time low. That's why.
He is a hardcore leftist.
No, but here's the deal. They have reached out to me because apparently I am a petition expert.
You're good at petitions.
I am very, very good at collecting petitions.
And I need to talk to you.
So we are going to have.
What about ballot harvesting?
I need to talk
it's
to
not
you
ballot
as well.
harvesting. That's not ballot.
I'm just asking.
Are
you good at that
word.
too? Okay,
that's a dirty word. I'm going to set up. So we are going to set up a daycare and get petitions.
That's perfect.
A petition daycare. How's that?
And we didn't talk about it at this podcast, but
those ladies are listening, just chewing on their.
Our buddy Pappas over here. I'm very proud of him. He is still adhering to his New Year's resolution to spend more time at Planet Fitness, and we've got some exclusive video of him at Planet Fitness.
You did not do this.
So now, well, we don't want. Do we want to roll that now?
So that one?
Yeah. Do we want to do that now?
Is that one?
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Yes.
You wonder why.
Do you want to do that now?
Yes,
do we have
absolutely.
Bullshit.
All right.
I don't
We've
go
got
to
all the
Planet
time in the world.
Fitness, okay?
But there was a little incident in the ladies' room at the Planet Fitness.
I knew it was going to be.
And watch closely. Watch the video closely. You'll get an idea of what's going on here.
Here we go.
Look at the shadow. And this goes on for a little. This goes on for a little while. So
where did you find this?
This happened at a Planet Fitness not long ago.
Now I will say that.
Right after the new year, you've got.
And it is a Planet Fitness. There's purple participants. So the Planet Fitness is like they're known. They're the gym that you don't have to. They they could.
This is it.
First of all, I guarantee you, I don't wear shoes like that, so that everyone knows that's not me. But secondly,
it's a no.
This is in the ladies' restroom at the Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness lets men.
This individual claims to be a
what is
transgender.
that? What's like? There's a crowd outside. What are they all
doing? The woman who took the video was a little bit put off by this.
I imagine.
So she complained to the management,
and so they all came in.
Yeah. And so they were having a conversation.
Why
with,
didn't she just go kick the door down?
With the dude in the that could be dangerous. I mean, the guy's in there,
back in the day,
knocking himself out.
Back in the good old days, this would have solved it safe. Okay, this would have solved itself.
Absolutely.
All it would take was one girl coming out and said, "Daddy, there's a man in the ladies' locker room doing something he shouldn't be doing." And guess what? Daddy would have gone in there and just throttled the guy.
He said, "Okay, pal."
Jesus Christ. Oh Lord.
So keep up with that workout regimen.
I appreciate it. Is that the shake weight?
Oh shit! This fucking video is 4 minutes long.
Yeah, it's 4 minutes long. There's a whole conversation with the dude, and eventually he sort of pops out of the stall there.
Was he continuing to work out?
I think he completed his mission. He comes out there and he's talking with the people.
I'm done.
He had his own.
Their hands.
He brought his own shake weight.
Does he shake their hands? And as he's walking,
he brought his own shake weight
no
into
idea.
Planet Fitness. They're like, "Oh, that's not allowed."
But apparently, Planet Fitness put a statement out in support of this gentleman.
Oh, they don't.
In support?
Yeah, they say we don't judge whatever bathroom you want to go into.
That guy was flogging the fucking dolphin.
Here's
the goddamn stall.
Here's the statement from Planet Fitness on facilities use.
Oh,
some members may feel uncomfortable with a transgender member using the same locker room facilities, bathrooms, showers, or other facilities programs separated by sex. This discomfort is not a reason to deny access to the transgender member.
And when you're jerking off, it does.
What if
Planet Fitness staff should work with members and employees to address this discomfort and to foster a climate of understanding. Planet Fitness reserves the right to terminate a person's membership immediately for any violation of this policy.
Yeah, and they did remember they did kick some lady out that complained.
Yeah,
and they kicked her out.
Yeah,
and there was a member involved there, but that guy, that wasn't the trans member, that was his member that he was playing. So,
they kicked somebody out.
Apparently, shake weight.
I'm just saying that the video's out there.
So be careful with gym. You have your choice of gyms. Be
your forearms do look way bigger than they did before Christmas. So
does Planet Fitness allow? Does Planet
guy comes into the gym, goes home, he's got carpal tunnel.
Is Planet Fitness just for adults, or did they allow?
I don't go to Planet Fitness. I'm sorry, I don't go.
Hi, look at me. I don't go to a gym.
Look at me. That's nice. That's really nice.
Anyway, we will be back.
So you're saying that wasn't you.
Here's the thing: is that you two?
We will be back.
Kind of pisses me off. You two sit here, and you guys are like, "I got a funny video, and we're gonna fucking roast Pappas on it." So there's collusion.
You know what's
among these two
awesome
dopes.
is if you were to send me something and say, "Hey, I got something for Dan,"
I
but
would
you don't
not-
send me
I-
shit.
I
you
send
tell
you
me
20 things.
No,
If
you
look,
tell
I
me.
include you on those emails.
You
never
tell
look at an
me to.
email I send.
You tell me to get on your Facebook
I don't
page
have TikTok.
for me to grab shit.
I don't have TikTok. I can't see your
Really,
videos.
you're on all kinds of
I
social
swear,
media.
God is my witness. I do not have TikTok.
It doesn't have to be TikTok.
It does. His videos are usually TikTok.
No, his aren't.
Mine are from X.
All right. Well, I didn't.
I'm on X. I'm not on.
You send me TikTok videos.
You just send me a text
TikTok
saying
videos that people
Hold
put
on.
on X.
All right. Okay.
I'm muting Dan for a second. You just say
See
my
feed.
Facebook
Check
page
this
is show prep.
It is show prep.
Well, guess what? I need you to send me shit, and
I
we
send you lots
and we
of
can
stuff.
fuck with him.
I send you lots of stuff.
Send me shit to fuck with him.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
But you don't do it.
I don't want to do that.
Everybody, we will see you Tuesday.
I might cry.
Remember, you might see Dan Carroll
Might
cry
go
on
all
Tuesday.
police chief on you.
Remember,
Department
like,
police chief.
subscribe, share to a friend. We're
Friend
close
the
to
Arca.
500 subscribers, and that's amazing.
The guy
So
brought me a pizza
keep it up,
last week.
and we'll see you guys soon.